Hello Internetians, my name is Josh Jacob Blair, and welcome to another discussion video for the channel. Going up Wednesday instead because I have a special video for Friday. But regardless, we are here talking about making some low tier Pokemon broken. And really excited for this one. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. If you're enjoying, please leave a like. It helps me out a lot. Sub if you're new. Only like 40% of the people who watch my videos are subbed, so a sub really helps as I'm on my way to 500. Let's dive right in, shall we? As you can see on your screen, the question of the week. If you did not have a chance to answer this on Twitter, by all means, answer in the comments and tell me what you think. Take any tier 3, 10 points or below Pokemon in Draft League format. Whatever your doc says, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. Whatever your doc says is tier 3 or 10 points below, take it, give it one move, and make it tier 1. What Pokemon and move do you pick? And I said Swords Dance Frostlass because I think Frostlass is amazing. I simp for Frostlass so fucking bad in Draft League. I think it's amazing. I think it's strong as hell. I think it's really just nice as a fast Pokemon with really good support options. And think Swords Dance will make it fucking stupid as hell. So we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna see what people have decided to say today. And we're going to talk about them. So, let's see here. Shut the fuck up. Do Megas count? If yes, give Mega Pinsir extreme speed. If no, give Porygon 2 calm mind. Damn. Mega Pinsir fell from grace, huh? Mega Pinsir fell so hard from grace that, like, it's now tier 3 or below. Just because it doesn't have return. Or, like, a way to recover off all the damage that it takes. Man, I feel so that's depressing. That's so depressing. It's such a strong, ridiculously powerful Mon. I can't believe it. Give Porygon 2 Calm Mind. That's actually really interesting. Porygon 2 definitely has, like, you know, the bulk to be a good Calm Mind sweeper, and it gets recover, right? So it could always just run like 2 attacks, and if nothing else, like, it always has really weird support abilities. And stuff like download, giving it an extra boost so it can Calm Mind faster and be a good OCM sweeper. Or it could, like, trace, a really good move for that. That'd actually be Flames. Pair it with, like, Tapu Fini, so, like, avoid statuses for the first couple Calm Minds. And then, yeah, you could definitely pull off a lot with that. Calm Mind Porygon 2 would be fucking insane, honestly. Never, like, you can't break that. Like, you'd literally have to bring a fighting time. You would have to bring a fighting time every single time. Every single game, you had to bring a fighting type or some way to stop that, because you have to prep for something that fat to be able to just Calm Mind, recover, try attack. The only thing that would really stop would be Ghost types, because Steel types would get overpowered unless they can break it. And shit, most Steel types probably could get outsped, and just you could sub on them. Porygon 2 has the bulk to sub if necessary, so Calm Mind Porygon 2 is actually interesting. Mega Pinsir, Extreme Speed Mega Pinsir can go to hell. Fuck you. I would ban this. I would ban this. Hell no. Eat my ass. Eat my ass. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because it's just run SD Extreme Speed and then, like, whatever coverage moves or sub or whatever you want. Jesus Christ. Alright. Oh my god. Real answer, give Vikavolt Quiver Dance. I expected Vikavolt to be on here, but I expected Vikavolt to come from Matt O'Shea. Honestly. But Quiver Dance Vikavolt is actually really interesting. Like, Bug Electric with Levitate is actually a really interesting type. Like, you actually get some interesting resistances out of that. Like, Fighting, Electric, you're now immune to Ground. You get some interesting stuff, and Vikavolt doesn't have bad bulk, especially if you get, like, Sticky Webs up ahead of time. Shit, you could even just run, like, Quiver Dance's Agility plus 3 speed. Then you're actually outspeeding stuff, because that's what, 203 speed at plus 3. That's 50 something. That outspeeds. That almost outspeeds, like, what's the Rain Sweepers? Swampert in the rain. That almost outspeeds Swampert in rain. And honestly, you wouldn't need that much. You would just need, like, good Scarfers. So, really interesting. Definitely think that could do pretty well. Because Bug Electric offensively is also, like, pretty good. There's not a whole lot that really wants to take it on. And they can roost off the damage, too. Just like up here at Porygon 2, it could sweep Calm Mind up and do it really well. Related answer, Lantern with Regenerator, also really, really good stuff. That would be Flames, because, like, Lantern's actually, like, a really good type, right? Are you kidding me? What do you want? Are you going to interrupt the video? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Anyway, it's actually, like, a really good typing, right? Obviously, like, Rotom Wash has that typing. We know how good it is. And having an electric immunity is really, really good. Really, really cool. Good. Ghoul. Really, really good. What are you doing? Stop being a shithead. Things I have to say to my cat. Meme answers, Rotom Fan could really benefit Magnemite for after Lizard's Balloon. I hate Gen 6 randoms. If you don't know, Gen 6 randoms always gave Rotom Fan an air balloon. The Pokemon with Levitate and a flying type. They always gave it air balloon, and they always thought they were funny about it. I hate it here. And then give Aerodactyl, and therefore to make a Brave Bird in order to cheat your question. Brave Bird. Brave Bird Aerodactyl. Fuck you. Fuck you. No. Oh my god, that's also, like, really disgusting. Now I'm thinking about Brave Bird Mega Aerodactyl, how it's like 16 points right now, and now it'd be like 33 points. That shit would be nuts. That shit would be... That's illegal. Oh my god. I really like the Quiver. I really like Quiver Dance Vikavolt, though. I would have a lot of fun with that. Because, like, 2 Quiver Dances is all you'd really need to beat anything that's not, like, specifically Scarfed to beat you. And you could run Matt O'Shea's favorite item, Occaberry, to, you know, make setting up a lot easier. Good stuff. Good stuff. Give regular Weezing Recover. Mon would be OP. I mean, I see how often people run Pain Splat just so they can keep their Weezing healthy. Pure Poison with Levitate? Ridiculous. It even stomachs, like, special hits, like, decently well. But it is, like, this fucking insane physical tank, right? God. That wouldn't be bad. I don't know if that would be tier 1, but I definitely think that'd be really, really good. Just because, like, we have somewhat good poison types that can recover that aren't tier 1. Immediately, I think of, like, Crobat, right? It's not as physically bulky, but it does have, like, the speed, so it can always be recovering. But Weezing also has, like, a lot of good utility and good, like, coverage moves to, like, beat what it needs to beat in terms of its checks, because it gets, like, Thunderbolt, it gets Flamethrower for steals, it gets Toxic Spikes for good support, it gets Will-O-Wisp for also good support. Just a generic, good physical wall would be really, really nice to have, honestly. Especially with a Crubber. Well, I don't think it's tier 1. Insert recovery move on bulky Pokemon here. Damn. Dragon Dance Silvally. I don't think that's tier 3 or below. I'm pretty sure that's tier 2. But I feel like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What are you doing? I'm leaving this in. She headbutted that door. Anyway. Dragon Dance Silvally, like, makes me feel some type of way. Because I love using Silvally. Not exactly the prompt for the next couple, but still have some razors. Flip turn and for Politoed. And if Hisuian and Zoroark had regular Zoroark moveset. Okay, these are both fair. Just like you said, they're not exactly like tier 1, but they were definitely like raising viability. Politoed, if Politoed had flip turn, now we're talking. It still wouldn't be as good because it is stopped by Water Absorb, which people would run versus Rain, but still wouldn't be bad. Woo. Zoroark H with Zoroark's moveset. I mean, normal Ghost is a fucking obscene typing. Like, it's a really, really good typing. You had to hit it with Dark type moves, and it's so easy to have Dark Resist. It's so easy to have a Dark Resist. Everyone has Dark Resist on their teams. I can still see her. Like, freaking the fuck. What are you doing? She's playing with some, like... Go get it. Why did I let a cat in my room when I'm going to record? Neither of these two Pokemon would be bad. But they'd still be, like, maybe tier 2 at best. But Dragon Dance Savali is insane. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Because, like, Dragon Dance, obviously, the big thing about Dragon Dance, it's always limited to a couple, like, specific types. And the specific types use it well. But if you give it to other types, it would be a lot different. Like, only Dragon Dancers you see are dragons. And then, like, maybe, like, their secondary typing. So, ground types for, like, Flygon. Or flying types for, like, Dragonite and Salamence. But imagine if you could really, like, start Dragon Dancing with, like, something like the Silvally Dark. That would be insane. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. Next we have Ian. Give the Marowak forms Rock Polish to enable them to do work with their massive attack stats without the requirement of Trick Room. See, now we're really talking now. Because it's actually pretty easy to position something like a Alolan Marowak to get a place where it could get a boost off, right? All you have to do is position it versus like a really fast electric type or something, or like a fighting type. Like it has a great typing. Same thing with regular Marowak. And Rock Polish, while it would still be like easily revenged by Choice Scarfers because you're at 414 speed at Jolly, and that's nothing. Like a base 75, I think, outspeed set. No. A base 80, I think you need somewhere like something between like 77 or 78. You definitely need. I think Heatran would outspeed it. Scarf Heatran would outspeed it. Everything from Scarf Heatran up would outspeed it. But still, like, and of course, like something like Zeraora would outspeed it. So, L. But like, still, that is really good for like not having to rely on Trick Room, but 2 making that actually like a pretty viable sweeper once Choice Scarfers are down, or something like Zeraora. I mean, still, like Zeraora's not really gonna kill Marowaks from full anyway, unless you're like banded knockoff to knock off a Alolan Marowak. But that's really, oh my god. Alright, I'm letting you out. Come on. Come on. I don't have time to edit, so enjoy the cat shenanigans. But that's really cool, like I said. And the Alolan Marowak in general is just like super strong, and the only reason it doesn't get drafted is that horrible speed. And it's not even like workable speed. Like 45 is really hard to work because it's so easy to outspeed that. Like even like base 70s would go to outspeed that. Ooh. Even though they cost them a bunch of EVs, but like once you get in like 50 and 60 territory, then you're starting to get like a lot of investment that you need to outspeed that, and people just generally don't. So like Mawile and Aegislash, these are good examples. And that's why they work so well offensively. Also, they have great defensive typings, but don't worry about it. So being able to mitigate that is really nice and just fast as shit. And now you have, and you can even just run like, you could just run like Rockhead Flare Blitz, Poltergeist. What's gonna switch into it? Nothing. Really interesting stuff. And then like regular Marowak too. Like, I mean, Stab Earthquake plus Edgequake. It's really strong. It's gonna be doing work. So stuff you gotta like respect. A lot of people are still my go-to mons. I'm gonna just say give Cloyster Bullet Seed so as a way of hitting bulky waters. Bruh. I don't even think you would need Shell Smash to like really be viable. Like obviously like Cloyster doesn't need it to be viable in some matchups, but like this would make it so it like very rarely would need like Shell Smash. It would almost never need Shell Smash. You're still looking at like really annoying bulky waters, or not bulky steals, which would be a thing. But you could be like an offensive spiker, right? Spike on those switching to the steel types, and depending on what steel type it is, like, it's not going to want to handle it either. Like Fortress, I think that because I just saw Skylar. Fortress, we could get Hydro Pumps. Like Skarmory doesn't want to deal with Icicle Spear as much. Stuff like Empoleon. Like, there's a lot of steel types that wouldn't want to handle it, but yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be. I don't know if it'd be tier 1, but I think it'd still be like incredible. Well, you would have to have a steel type. It would force that kind of like mindset. You have to bring your steel type because a little bit of hazards, even like good physical walls like Mew or Weezing would, you know, eventually like succumb to +2 Icicle Spear. So that's definitely really interesting. I could think like Life Orb or like just like a Choice Band Cloyster could be really viable there. It also gets Teleport. So yeah, Choice Band, Teleports, Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, Bullet Seed, teleport out on the steel type and go into something like, well, whatever steel type pressure you have. Really interesting. Yeah, that'd be hard to deal. Meloetta. Any one of Scorching Sands, Lava Plume, or Seed Flare. The former two are good offensive and defensive moves, and Seed Flare is Seed Flare. I can see Meloetta abusing any of those three in an Assault Vest set. On the contrary, Voltwitch could get her out of tier 2. Get her to tier 2. It has U-turn. Doesn't it? Doesn't it have U-turn? I feel pretty confident saying it has U-turn. Anyway, so Scorching Sands. I don't know if Seed Flare would do it as much, but I mean, that drop would be amazing. But I don't think that makes sense. Having it like Scorching Sands could be cool. Seed Flare would definitely like shoot it up though, because like you just Seed Flare and then it has amazing coverage. So whatever just came in, like switching your Steel type, well now it can get Focus Blast. It's gonna be at -2 when it gets Focus Blast, so now it has to deal with that. Or go into like your Dark type and now it just gets +2 Hyper Voice, stuff like that. It gets fairy coverage for like stuff like Spiritomb and things. Yeah, Seed Flare would make it like ridiculous. Seed Flare would honestly make it ridiculous. Lava Plume and Scorching Sand would both be like really cool, because then like it has like no switch-ins except for like Super Speed Fmons and stuff like I don't know. I think it's kind of weird because like there's no, the only thing you're like gaining out of that is the fact that you can hit steel types more risk-free, whereas you still have Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure it gets Thunderbolt. I've never used it. I'm pretty sure this gets Thunderbolt. It gets Thunderbolt. So like, I think this would be really good, but I don't think it'd be tier 1. Seed Flare I think would make it tier 1 because they would have like virtually no switch-ins, right? And you'd have to constantly be like on edge of that drop. But I don't think I think Lava Plume maybe, just because it can still hit like stuff like Skarmory without having to run Thunderbolt too. Lava Plume could definitely do it, and it always gives that like chance of, you know, burning and making that like real problem. I don't know if that's immediately going to make it tier 1 though. Just that one single coverage move. Seed Flare I think could. I definitely think it could, because then you'd run like Psychic Seed Flare, Focus Blast, Filler, and you'd run with that. I think that'd be really good, but I don't know if it could be tier 1. Volt Switch, definitely not. Volt Switch would literally do nothing for it. Just putting that out there. Ooh, wrong one. Volt Switch would literally do nothing for it. No, I'm sorry. It gets U-turn. Jack, I love you. But Jack, I hate you. Oh, for Christ's sake. What is your profile picture? Is that a shirtless Greedent? I mean, it's already shirtless, right? Just like with a Slowking hat. Greedent Recycle. I don't know about this one, but I'm not the one to talk about it. I know Jack swears up and down that Greedent is like the greatest fucking Pokemon to ever exist in all of humanity. But like Recycle would be actually really interesting because I know it gets like Cheek Pouch, so it could run like. It does have decent bulk. Let me take a look at Greedent. Let me look at what this Pokemon can do. All right, there you can see its stats. It has, wow. I thought it had like a workable speed stat of like 40, but. Bruh. What are you trying to do with this? I don't get it. I can't see it. I can't see it. Cause like my first thought was like a set up recycle Salad Berry set like Aim will use on Snorlax ones. But you're running Cheek Pouch most of the time, I assume. So if you like Belly Drum, you somehow get in Salad Berry range, then you activate Cheek Pouch, and if you're at 25%, you're now at 58%. And you're at +1 speed, which allows you to outspeed Jack All. Yeah, like, you're outspeeding with a Timid Nature 76 to 28. You're outspeeding no invested 95s. And then you're out of range of Salad Berry. Of your next Salad Berry. So recycling doesn't do anything for you. I don't... Jack, I love you. You're amazing. Pogtastic motherfucker. No. L. You take the L. I'm sorry. Metagross getting Shift Gear. Now we're talking. Let's go. New York Metagross. Now we are talking. Where the fuck did you don't even follow me. How the fuck did you see this? It's mainly just sticks now, right? It's not Jolt does not get on here. Jolt does not touch this Twitter account. This is literally just TTM sticks. Depending on which athlete, but I see, yeah. So I've definitely seen Metagross tier 3, so that's fine. Shift Gear Metagross. Holy shit. The reason why Metagross isn't as used as often is because it doesn't, other than Power Punch, it does not get a way to boost its attack. Like, Shift Gear or Swords Dance, God forbid, but especially Shift Gear, would fucking be incredible. Because it has, like, a great attack stat, and if you run, like, Life Orb, then it's just, like, pile driving through so much. Because of its great coverage. But it also, like... it could also just run, like, for almost guaranteed setup, it could just run, like, any of number of resist berries, like Shuka Berry, or, like, Cobra Berry, whatever it wants to set up on, it could set up on it. Just like, it has the bulk with a resist berry, it could do whatever the fuck it wanted. It can set up on, like, the strongest of offensive mons. Maybe that's one from the special side, but from the physical side, like, it could take, like, a Banded Weavile's knockoff with ease, and then it could just fuck up whatever it's in front of for forever with a +1 attack. This is probably the best one I've seen so far. Shift Gear Metagross is probably the best one I've seen up till now. Dragon Dance Silvally might be like number 2 though. Alright. They're all missing the blatant obvious Slack Off Mudsdale. Most ground types lack recovery. Stamina plus Slack Off is insane. Slack Off is the funniest recovery and has 0 drawbacks, so hence that most of your answers are going to be status moves, though. For a non-status one, Brave Bird Aerodactyl comes to mind. Brave Bird also give an instantly viable way to finally use Rockhead. Oh my god, Aerodactyl has Rockhead. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god. No, I forgot about Rockhead. Slunk off Mudsdale. Again, I don't know if tier 1. Because look at those stats. Like, look at those stats and then look at Hippowdon, right? It does have more Spadef, actually, than I thought it did. Not gonna lie. It has a lot more Spadef. It do be having a good attack stat, too. I don't know if this would be tier 1 just because of how easy it is to, like, switch into this. I guess it could work. I don't know if it'd be tier 1. I think it'd definitely be tier 2. Like, definitely tier 2. 100% tier 2. If I ever saw anyone try and put it less than tier 2, I'd throw a fit. But I don't know. What the fuck? Bruh. But I don't know if it would be like... Let me close this, actually. Can I? No, I don't get anything from that. Well, I don't know if it'd be tier 2. I just don't think it would be. Or I don't think it'd be tier 1. But I think it'd definitely be tier 2. I think that'd be, like, incredible. But Stamina Slack-Off, yeah, that would definitely be, like, ridiculous. It would literally wall almost every physical attacker that wasn't, like, Crawdaunt or Dracovish or something. Braybird, Aerodactyl. Now that I remember Rockhead. Dragon Dance. And then click Adamant, Life Orb, or, like, Adamant, Sky Plate, Sharp Beak. +1, no drawback Braybird. Fuck that. Oh my god. Cancer. That would definitely... Both would be tier 1, yeah. Give Tauros and Stoutland Sword Dance. Electivire needs Sword Dance, Bulk Up, and Charge, among other moves. Alright. I'm gonna talk about Sword Dance Tauros more than anything. Fuck me. That would... I don't know about that one. I think that'd be really good. I think Sword Dance Stoutland really interesting, especially if you give it back like return. But the problem with Sword Dance Tauros is that it would, like, people could be afraid of it and could just attack it and murder it, right? And then that Sword Dance would never be a problem. And then anything faster than it, 110 is fast, but like very rarely is it ever going to be the fastest thing in the match. So, with that in mind, it's so easily revengeable, in my opinion. And there's still, like, some things that it's not going to be able to break through. Swords and Stoutland could be really, really cool, though. Right? Swords and Stoutland could be really cool, especially if you give it back return. And then, like, it could be a really good stand abuser. Like, an amazing stand abuser. Because it gets good enough coverage. I don't think they could be cool. I like how our Swords Dance would also be interesting because it has like that physical bolt beam coverage that I feel like no one ever really talked about. So that'd be really cool. Roost G-Molt. This is the way. Yeah, buddy. Jesse 504 came in with the heat. I think this is interesting, by the way. I think Swords Dance Tauros is really interesting. I think that would be a fucking unreal breaker. But other than that, Roost G-Molt. You can see people clicking like. You can see people, yeah. No, this is it. This is the Mon. I love G-Molt. I think G-Molt can pull off some really insane shit. It's not the strongest, but it's 100 base special attack. And +2, that's really strong. Especially when you get to +3 from Berserk. It has great stats. It has a phenomenal defensive typing and dark flying. Roost would make this so dumb. So dumb. I would draft the shit out of Roost G-Molt. You don't understand. I would use the fucking hell out of this Pokemon. This would probably be like... This would probably start being a Joshman. I would draft it like round 2 every single time. Oh my god. Yes. Please. Thank you. Amazing. Hell yes. Thank you, Jesse504. I'm not sure this works because most tier 3 and below are held by the B state. Nacho does make a good point. This is why it was like a little bit harder, and I was wondering like whether or not people would actually be able to come up with responses. Tangrowth with Calm Mind would be kind of cool. Calm Mind Synthesis. I don't know if it'd be tier 1. Like you said, it's usually about like stats or ability that really hold it back. One move rarely makes things better. There are some instances like Roost G Molt or Brave Bird Aerodactyl, Shift Gear Metagross. Like we've had examples where that definitely like isn't always true. But there are a lot of Pokemon, like their stats. I mentioned this earlier. Tauros. Tauros' stats would hold it back too much. Like it's too weak. It's too frail. It would never be able to really get that make use of it. It would be better, way better, but it would never be like that good, right? Tango Calm Line, I don't even know if that would like really do it, because you had to run like Synthesis, and then you get like 2 coverage moves. And I don't think there's really 2 coverage moves that Tangrowth has that's really gonna like do it for you. So, my man said Agility Absol. Same thing like as like Swords and Tauros. It doesn't have the stats to be able to back that up. Regular Absol is not strong enough most of the time, and it's too frail. Like, good priority will pick it off really, really quick. To give you an example, Life Orb Aqua Jet, the 66 to 78 from Groudon. It's not that hard to get it that weak. All you gotta do is attack him when it tries to Swords Dance or Agility. And it's done. And Mega Absol's fast enough anyway. So, like, I'm not feeling this one. Alright. What do I think that Cody gave Noivern? Quiver Dance. What the fuck? Regieleki getting Drill Run? No. It's still a garbage mon. It just now gets Drill Run. I don't get it. It's a ground type. It's a physical ground type move. Like, the reason people want Regieleki is so it can click like Thunderbolt for free. No. Ice Beam or Energy Ball Mega Manectric. Now we're talking. Now we are conversing. Now we are having a conversation. Ice Beam or Energy Ball Mega Manectric. Hell yes. Fast as fuck. Strong as fuck. Can get the electric boost for Mega. And then Ice Beam plus Energy Ball. Oh my god, you are toast. It would still, like, never be the greatest electric type because it only has one of the two. And there's very rarely a time where you're not going to ever, like, run through, like, 8 to 10 weeks of a league and not run into the Pokemon that you still can't hit. Like, if you get Ice Beam, woohoo, but what if you run into, like, Swampert? You too big Energy Ball, and what if you run into, like, Nidoqueen? I mean, it's still okay. Still good. But, like, not as good. But yeah, still, that's still really good. Like, Electric types giving Ice Beam is also just one of those things that you could just say for most of them. Give Coco Ice Beam, I guess. Give Jolteon, fucking, God forbid anything. Like, Hidden Power, the loss of Hidden Power, like, really fucked over the Electric type. So it's so easy to say, like, Ice Beam Electric type. And I don't go drawing them. I just don't. Sorry, not sorry. Love you, Cody. Appreciate you. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what is this gonna make? How is this gonna make it like any better versus Mudsdale or Gliscor or Hippowdon or Lando or any ground type that's not Nidoqueen? Ice Grafts. This would probably be the biggest jump. Give Jolteon back the way, like, give it Hidden Power, give it like Ice Beam. That's what you gotta do. That would definitely be the biggest jump. Because right now, people label it as like 4 points. That would be incredible. Definitely. I don't know if tier 1, but like, it would definitely be like a really viable Mon. It's definitely viable. Say, I feel you, Shuckle. I feel you. Energy Ball to Regieleki. See, this is what we're talking about. This is a Regieleki buff. Yeah, it'd probably be tier 1. Just because of the insane speed. And finally has a way to hit ground types. Because, like, yeah, it wouldn't be super strong. And there's definitely ground types that would literally shrug this off. Even ones that are weak to it. Like, they would really just shrug it off. But it definitely would be great, like, an interesting. I'm surprised no one has said the real move that you could give Regieleki to make it, like, the dumbest fucking Pokemon in the world. Give it Toxic. Give it Toxic. Done. Sub-Toxic Protect Thunderbolt. Find the counter that's not Excadrill or Nidoqueen or Nidoking. Or Gliscor, shut up. Hisuian Electrode. Yo, I kind of want to use that. That kind of seems fire. Too bad it has like 4 special attack. Hazards on gas. Can I boost some stats instead? No. Hazards on Gastro. Flip turn on Seismitoad. Can you tell I like bulky waters? I respect it, Ellie. I respect it. I don't want Stealth Rock Gastro. I want Toxic Spike Gastro. Actually, just like any hazard would make Gastrodon like really, really good. Because like the reason why you run like Seismitoad or Swampert over Gastrodon is the fact that they can set up hazards. Or like Momentum, or still be strong and work like other sets. Water, Ground, Recovery, and Stealth Rock. There does not exist one. On 4. Flip turn on Seismitoad is really, really cool. I definitely think that would be really, really nice. I think the Hazard and Gastro is like the bigger like difference. I think that would make a whole lot of difference for it. But I don't know if tier 1. Maybe Seismitoad could be like, I don't think that'd be tier 1 either, but I think that'd still be like higher than Gastrodon hazards. But Flip turn would be like really, really cool for it. Hydro Pump Surf to a Selgor, I think may push it to 11. I think it's Shuriken, so why not? Also, Recover Bronzong where you at, as well as Recover Glastrier. EQ Regidraco would be nice too. EQ Regidraco would actually be really interesting. Because it gives Iron Head, right? But, like, my problem with that, I guess my problem isn't as bad. Because, like, I was going to bring up Kommo, which I always bring up. I always say I'm stuck at Kommo because it's so easy to stop Kommo. All you got to do is run a fairy that stops it and just keep it in the back. But, like, Regidrago, the same thing. You could reliably say that for that. Just, like, run, like, Sylveon and Hyper Voice and kill it. But, like, Regidrago actually has the bulk to, like, not die immediately to a fairy-type move. So that could be interesting. Recover Glacier, I think, is really, really cool. I just wish it didn't have, like, the shithole defensive typing that it does. Because otherwise, it could definitely pull some stuff off. Recover Bronzong would be dumb as fuck. Would be incredibly stupid. I think that would be so fucking incredibly L. Fuck that Mon. That Mon would be so stupid. I would love to have a Recover Bronzong because it's already a great Mon. Hell yeah. Inky Regidrago. I don't know. I'd have to like look at some calcs. But it definitely could pull that kind of shit off. Hydro Pump Surface Algor definitely wouldn't be tier 1, but like yeah, definitely push to like 11 or 12. Because then it like gets like really good coverage. I actually ran with Turium Z a Selgor one time in Gen 7 for that exact reason. Good stuff. I know it's impossible, but Quiver Dance Chandelure would be tier 1. I already want Shaman to get Mystical Fire or any coverage really. That's all I can say without while watching some tier list. Quiver Dance Chandelure. Wow, I didn't think about that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Part of me wants to say it's so easy to revenging, just stop. base 81 or above ground type would probably kill it. It could probably run the bulk to stop that, though. And you'd have to do that. Or, like in Rock Dusk. And, like, congratulations, you did it. Or, like, Crawdon. But, like, you have to, like, super hard prep for that. It's like the Volcarona effect, in my opinion. Like, Volcarona is easily revengeful. Just, like, bring Scarf Rock move over base 100. Congratulations, you did it. But, like, that's something that has to be respected, and that's why it's tier 1. Because it's so strong and able to do that. I think that'd be amazing. Mystical Fire, Shaman with Mystical Fire would be fucking insanity. You can fuck right off for that one. That would be so dumb. Yeah, Skyman with Mystical Fire. Fuck off. Just super fuck off. But Shaman with Mystical Fire would be really, really good. I respect that one. Because it already has the coverage to hit everything else other than Steel types. Give Ghost Horse Aura Sphere. Die! First of all, you're breaking the rules because that is not a tier 3 Pokemon. OLT is like right here. Spectrier is already really good. It's already like low tier 1, high tier 2. So fuck off. I would ban that. I would ban the absolute shit out of that. Fuck no. Get that shit out of my motherfucking sight, Vivid. Hell no. Cancer. Oh, I hate this. Great job. Spore Klefki would be fire. It doesn't make sense. You're right. But that would be fire. That would be evil. That would be death. Oh my god. Priority, 100% accurate Spore. Burn it. Burn it. I don't think it would be tier 1, by the way. It just wouldn't. Like, safety calls, and congratulations. You know, you're just a regular Klefki. The stats is what holds it back. Literally, it's just the stats. It has the best defensive typing in the game, has an amazing ability, has an amazing move pool. It's literally just the stats. I hate you. Surely Shore Bronzong would be a tier 1. We've seen recovered Bronzong. Yep. Brave Bird. Yep. We've seen that. Bruce Glare. Yep. We've seen that. Iron. I thought I already got it. Oh, I thought I got Ironhead. Shit, I'm dumb. Alright, though, definitely EQ would not do it, by the way. I thought I already had Ironhead. Ironhead wouldn't do it either. Because it's only base 100. It would need both. And then maybe it could. Recover, some kind of recover Meloetta would be interesting. Don't think it'd be tier 1. No. Yes. But we've already talked about most of these already. What the fuck do I keep clicking on? Shore Up, Size and Toad. Someone doesn't play Draft League. Shore Up, Size and Toad would be really interesting. Don't know if it'd be tier 1. It's not bulky enough, really. Size and Toad, or Swampert, maybe. A Cellarrock Virizion? No. Definitely not. It's too weak. Right? The reason why a Cellarrock is so good is because it gets Tough Claws boosted. And Stab. So it's almost an 80 base power, really, really good offensive move, priority type. +2, like, I get this is for like something like Crobat. Right? Let's go max HP Crobat. Virizion. Like I said, it's way too weak. +2 Life Orb does 57 to 67. Like it's just not. It's not it. I'm sorry. It's not. It gets Stone Edge already, so it can already break through. But like for the faction monsters, it's not gonna do it. E-Speed Beware. Fuck. Now you've said something interesting. Still no. I don't think. because it's easy to be immune to that, because normal fighting is great, but the great reason why normal fighting is so great is because it makes Lopunny being scrappy. And Beware could honestly just, like, fall to a Ghost type clicking a coverage move, depending on what the Ghost type is. So, like, some Ghost types usually get, like, something for Beware. So let's say it's, like, Gengar. Like, Gengar would definitely, like, destroy it, right? Focus Blast or Psychic. Oh. Maybe not. Interesting. Bulkier than I thought. Alright, not bad. I think like tier 2. Not tier 1, but tier 2. Nasty Plot Noivern is the wave. It's definitely the wave. That could be really, really good, just because of how fast it is and how deceptively bulky it is. People think, like, I think when I think Noivern, I think it's like a kind of frail. I think it's middle bulk. Until you, like, face it, and someone just runs max HP, and all of a sudden it literally will never die. Hurricane Drifloon would be a nice buff. Definitely subpar, like you said. It's definitely subpar. I would literally never run Hurricane Drifloon. Not a chance. I'd run Air Slash. Air Slash I think would be cool, but I'd never run Hurricane Drifloon. I think and the kind of sets that I see Drifloon running, which is like the fatter setup sets with like Unburden and stuff. Like, you're going to want the higher PP, honestly. Air Slash would be really, really good. I think Air Slash could be, like, really nice, but, eh. This was the golden one of it. Nasty Plot Noivern. ESP Beware, also really good, but, like, the rest of it, not really. We've seen it. Telling on Shockwave or Toxic. Slurpuff, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. Fire Punch Slurpuff might do it. I had to see some calcs. Let me see some calcs. Yeah. Rocks up, that's done. Alright, yeah. I approve. Oh, Poltergeist Aura Sphere. I didn't see that. I don't think so. The problem with something like that, the difference between that and like Spectrier getting it is that Spectrier can run an item in the way. Because Poltergeist would have to run, like, I mean, yeah, I could run Spectre, like Life Orb, and still be good, but it's slow. Spectrier is already fast. Its setup move isn't drawback, and doesn't have to be mitigated by Mental Orb. And it could run, like, some kind of item so that it could take a hit, like Cobra Berry. Whereas Poltergeist couldn't, because -1 with a berry is still going to die to most things because of how frail it is. I don't think that would be tier 1. I think it's too easily revengeable. It's so susceptible to priority. And it's still just like it still loses to like Mana Buzz. Shit like that. Mana Buzz and Jewelry Moltres, fuck Vullaby. Like, I still think it wouldn't be it. But I think it'd still be way better. I think it'd still be really, really good. I don't think it'd be tier 1. Slurpuff, yeah. Tier 1, tier 2. And Teleon with Shockwave or Toxic. Why Shockwave? And not like Thunderbolt. I guess you're trying to like keep it like themed. I guess like maybe could run Shockwave. I don't know. Toxic would be interesting. Definitely. I don't think either one of those would make it tier 1, but I definitely think it would be like a really big improvement. The Slurpuff is definitely the win of this tweet. Give Aromatisse teleport and suddenly Trick Room is a dominant strategy. I don't think this would make it tier 1. And my reason for saying it is that 1, you still lose the Trick Room turn. And 2, Slowking is not tier 1. And Slowking gets Trick Room teleport. And I've used that to very good success with an amazing Trick Room mon and Crabominable. So, don't think so. But, definitely interesting. Wish Teleport would be really, really cool. I think this would be like a really big improvement, but I don't think it'd be tier 1. Because, again, like even with Wish Teleport, it's meh. Give me Dragon Dance Drapion. The thing about that is, you could also just run like Scope Lens, Cross Poison, Night Slash as like a funny haha set with Dragon Dance, and that could actually be like really viable because you're getting a lot of damage off on that. You're getting a lot of damage off that way. Not actually bad. I don't think tier 1. But actually, that'd be fire. Or just like, you know, DD Sugarberry. I think it'd be better. I don't think it'd be amazing. I don't even think it'd be like too risen out of where it is now. Because it already gets Swords Dance and Agility. I'm pretty sure. So, So the Pokemon I say Vileplume, and say, some could say Vileplume is fine as is, but I think that T-Spike's Vileplume, I don't think that would make it tier 1. I think it'd be an interesting move to add to it. And it could like be a little bit jump in viability, but it's definitely not tier 1. There's plenty of other Toxic Spikers in the world. Plenty of other Toxic Spikers. And like, just giving Vileplume Toxic Spikes is not gonna like fix all of its problems. SD Sharpedo. So this comes back to the Absol thing. It's too frail to be easily revenged. I can beat this with just about any priority move. Sharpedo's problems come from its stats. Now that would fix Mega Sharpedo. Definitely. Because it's a little bit bulkier. But even still, I definitely think like you're going to run into the problem if it's way too frail to get it off and also keep it off. Because Mach Punch is always going to kill it. It just always has ways to like get revenged. It's just going to get murdered. And Teleport on Glowbro. But not Glow King. Okay, buddy. I see it how it is. Recover on both Goodra and Blastoise. Blastoise instantly become a top 5 bulky water in the format. I actually wouldn't like really argue with that too much. I think Recover Blastoise would be really, really good. Because that also gives us a Mega Blastoise, which is cool. Recover Goodra. I don't know if that would make it tier 1. The thing that holds Goodra back is its low Fizz Def and like no way to really boost and become like super viable. But like, these aren't bad. I think Recover Blastoise is really interesting. That is the end, though. If you guys enjoyed this, please, of course, let me know in the comments below. What was the best set? What is the best set you saw during this video? Of course, let me know. I definitely would give it to this one. I'm telling you, I would use the fucking shit out of this Pokemon. And then, like, special shout out to Shift Gear Metagross. But that's all for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.